Okay, this is going to be a comparison between the Asus iPad Transformer Prime and the Apple iPad 2. Gonna go into the settings on both of these so you can see the specs on them. So the general info about this is that information right there. It's running version 4.3 actually, so it hasn't been upgraded to Apple 5 yet. And this about the tablet, it's running Honeycomb Android 4.0, and it tells you about the Wi-Fi version, the Bluetooth version, the camera version, touch panel version, kernel version, build number, and pad EC number as well. So a bunch of different options here. When you look at the iPad, it gives you general information, your Wi-Fi, different notifications that you might have. Your location services, brightness, I have it on auto brightness, so it's adjusting to the light in the room. Picture frame, and then your general info as your mail, then your different apps, iPod, video, characteristics, photo, FaceTime, interface, notes, and the App Store. Now on the Asus side, they give you Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. You can get to the Bluetooth from the general settings in here on the iPad. You can go to data usage. Now this is an interesting menu. On the Asus, you can actually see the breakdown of the data that you've used. So if I want to see, it says YouTube has been using the most data so far, so I spend a lot of time on YouTube, it seems. I can click on YouTube and see what portion of the data that I've used in total comes from YouTube. You can see how that changes over time as well. That's a pretty neat graphic. They also have a battery interface, shows you the usage of the battery. It actually shows you what was on when the screen was awake, when the GPS was on. So again, a fairly intuitive and can be very useful app if you want to aspect of the settings, if you want to manage your battery life. Then they have your apps. Then you can go to some customized settings here, accounts, sync, location services, security, language, backup and reset, date and time, accessibility, and you can actually go into developer options on the Asus, so it gives you a little warning when you do that, and then you can go into the information about the tablet. So I'm going to go back to the home screen. So you can see that it's pretty easy to do that with the iPad. I've had an iPhone for about 2 years now, so you get very comfortable with just pressing the home screen, the home key. I've only had this for a week, so I keep on, it takes me a little bit longer to find the home button on that, but it's still pretty easy. Now if I was gonna go into the camera features, I had that open recently, so I'm gonna go back to it. I went to it from the recent apps key there. I can go back to it from here on the iPad, double tapping on the home screen to bring up the camera. I recorded a video on both of these, so I'm gonna go and play back the video. So let's see, I have the video. So these are the two videos that I recorded. You can see them playing side by side here. You can see the difference in quality. Let me tap on that one. Tap on that. You can see the zoom on the left side with the Asus. You don't have that necessarily on the iPad. There wasn't much to show on the iPad, so it was a pretty quick video, but the Asus had a bit more features that I worked with. I was zooming in, zooming out, and maybe that's one of the benefits of having the quad-core processor. So it's an interesting characteristic, and they actually give you a lot of features with the camera on the Asus. So let me get back to the camera. Let's see, go home and go back to the camera. I actually recently just took a panoramic picture of that scene that you just saw, so I'll pull that up, and you can see it's a picture that spanned my entire field of vision, from the house that was on the left side all the way to the right side of my entranceway. So that's a pretty neat aspect of this camera as well. So that's right now the setting that it's on is the panoramic view. You can go to the video camera setting, and with the iPad they just give you the option to turn it around and use the camera in the front. They give you that option here as well, to use the camera in the front, but also with this you can zoom, so you see the zoom feature there, and you can go into the other settings where you can actually change the resolution of the camera. You can have it 480p to record on the SD card. You can record in 720p, or you can record in 1080p. You can also do a time-lapse photography, 1 second, 1.5 second, 2.2 seconds, well, 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds, and so forth and so on, all the way up to 60 seconds. You can do some silly effects with your video recording as well. You can change the white balance, and you can do a torch mode with that, which I figure is just turning on the flash in the back. So some neat interfaces with the camera, with the camcorder on the Asus, and the camera feature again gives you some more decent pictures. You can do auto portrait, night, snow. You can set it up so you can find the proper scene. You can do the exposure time, so they give you a decent amount of options there. They can give you the white balance, or you can turn the flash on, off, or on auto. And again, more features, store location, aspect ratio, so quite a lot of features with the camera. If you're going to be making use of that, which I definitely will, it's a good feature to have on the tablet. So we're back to the home screen. Now I'm going to be doing a decent amount of PDF reading, but that shouldn't be very different with either product. I'm going to go to YouTube and try and pull something up. Actually, you see, and go to my website, and I'm gonna pull up a video from YouTube. So let's pull up that video. Alright, and I'm gonna load that video on the iPad. So this is a men's 200 medley relay. Gonna turn down the volume a little bit, but you can see it's buffering really well. It's playing in HQ right now, and I make the screen bigger. Plays very smoothly. It's going right along, not having a problem at all, and it would continue to go that way. The buffering is way ahead of where the playback position is on this video. So just wanted to show you a little bit of what was going on there. Now I'm gonna stop this, alright, and I'm gonna close the screen just so that it's not sucking the bandwidth anymore. And I'm gonna try and pull up the same thing. I'm gonna use the Opera browser on this. Transformer, and see how it does pulling up the same YouTube video. So it's a little bit more for me to get to it because I didn't have it saved in it. I clicked on the menu. It doesn't take me right to the video. So